there. And we had a really good response of women saying, man, we would love like a day with like speakers and just be together, right? And so we're like, okay, we hear you. Let's plan this. And so Elisa and I thought, okay, maybe like in next summer and look at where we're at. Okay, so we'll get there. But as I was praying and I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to share? Right? And I would literally wake up, sit at the feet of Jesus and be like, nothing. I mean, weeks of like, I can't whistle. Okay, whatever. Nothing. I was just like, where are you? So then I started mustering up like, oh, maybe I should talk about this, that. Well, then one day, just in God's timing, just downloads everything in one sitting. And he shared with me, he said, Lindsay, you're going to have a lot of my daughters with you. And they're all walking different paths. And some really know me. Like, we have a very intimate relationship. And some don't know me very much. And regardless of where they're at, they all need to be reminded of who I am. And so God gave me this, like, who is God? And what a big topic to talk. Who is God? Who wants to talk about that? That's like, we could be here all day. But the Lord continued to reveal, like, okay, Lindsay, who is God? If I were to be told like a year ago, right, you're going to be in Corona Del Mar at this real swanky estate and these like gorgeous women and like the flowers, I mean, the gnats buzzing in our ears, whatever, like that, I'd believe it. I would 100% believe it. Because like, I am a dreamer. I'm a visionary. I think big. Like, I think so big, you guys. It's a blessing and a curse. I'll tell you that. But I think big. I'm going to take these off, even if I can't see you guys. I feel like I just need to see your eyes. I think big. So, yeah, I've been like, claiming it. You got it. Corona Del Mar, I'm there, Lord. Yes, I believe it. But the thing that I'm not good at, the thing that where God meets me, and we call them zings in our family. Zing! When God just like, you're like, what? It's a miracle. Zing! Is the details. I am not a detailed person. I was speaking to one of the girls from Embrace Grace, and she's like, you are detailed. I said, oh no, that is a skill I've had to learn with my career, but I am not a detailed person. I am like, big vision, let's go, right? And let's just do it. So the details, the orchestration of the details of today is where God showed up, as he always does. And that's where God continued to remind me, Lindsay, trust me. So when you guys got to save the date, right? And I'm like, okay, January 26th, here we go. Let's have a pop-up Bible study. It's going to be great. I didn't know we were having it. And thank God for that. When Elisa, man, if I could keep her in just like my pocket all the time, I probably would. For numerous reasons. I do a lot of ugly cries with that girl. Thank God she's a therapist. And she accepts it. And she doesn't charge me. She should. She really should. Shameless plug if you need one. She's good. But no, really, she's like, no, Lindsay, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it on the 26th. And I'm like, yeah, but we don't have a place. Like Elisa, it's kind of a big deal, right? And she's like, we have a backup at the church, remember? And I'm like, okay, let's just book it. Book the church. And that's me. I'm high energy. Like, let's just do it. Come on, and she's like, nope. And I'm like, what? No, that's like if we have a monsoon and the beach isn't there anymore, like, our place isn't, then we'll go to the church. But right now, I don't think it's supposed to be at a church. And I'm like, and again, the Lord's like, who am I, Lindsay? I am God. So stop trying to plan all this. So I sent you guys invites, right? I sent you save the dates, and you guys booked like your little dates, and I didn't know where I was at. And the woman in me, my career, my background, I'm a counselor and professor at a college for foster youth. They have so many issues with trust. They're the most vulnerable population. So I don't just teach and counsel. I plan workshops. I plan huge events. Next week, I have 200 foster youth from different high schools coming in. But you know what happens? It takes a lot of detail. Like I said, I had to learn this. But I can't promise them that there's going to be an event and it not be planned. So I've been trained in this where it's like everything has to be detailed because these kids have constantly been let down and told, hey, we have a home for you. Hey, psych, you don't. You're homeless. Hey, you're okay. Nope, actually, we can't find her. We don't know where she's at. Oh, we just found her. She's in a brothel. Like, that's what I work with. So I'm trained to plan, and I can't get out of that sometimes. And God's like, this is not that right now, Lindsay. I'm God, and these are my daughters, and I need you to let go. You're not at your job right now. Sometimes we can bring our job with us, right? We can got this, we're good. I'm looking at Jolene because she knows she's she's worked with me. She's type A, let's get this girl. To let go of the reins is a big deal. And lo and behold, thank God, the Lord knows, 24 hours after I gave you guys a save the date, I get a beautiful, gorgeous video from Missy Hutton. This is her home. And she goes, hey, Linz, I've been praying, and I just want you to know that my home's your home. You just need to have Bible studies. Whatever you want to do, it's yours. I'm in my office like the ugly cry, like, you are so good, God. I'm so sorry. Just a mess. And the best part is, this isn't just a warehouse. I'd have been cool with it, though. But where are we? He just shows off to me all the time. I'm like, I get it. You're so big. I so get it. I'm sorry. And I try to put in my little mind. And he keeps asking me, Lindsay, who am I? Who am I? And so it's super sexy for me to stand up here and talk and worship. And we have this beautiful audience. It's super sexy. But I'll tell you, I've had lots of ugly cries. And I've had a lot of really few rough years. That's real. And I'll get into that a little bit. But it hasn't been pretty. And I don't even think today is a miracle. I was expecting, and I left a message for Missy this morning. I was expecting rain and hail and thunderstorm, and I was going to get bronchitis. Everything was supposed to go wrong today because that's just how life has been for the past 2 to 3 years for me. Right? It's been a shitstorm, literally. And I've been trying to reach up, and it's been hard. So I expected that. And this morning on my drive up here at 6 a.m., the sun is beaming in my eyes. And I'm listening to worship music. And again, ugly cry. I'm like, God, you are so good. No, I kept praying for beautiful weather and all of us to be healthy and all these different things. And he's like, I got you, girl. I got you. I have all you girls. Stop anticipating the fall. You're okay. And that was huge for me. So when I tell you guys, it's we're up here, this is fun, this is great. We live in a culture right now that believing big is sexy and good and cool, and personal development is rocking, which is awesome. Be careful. Be very careful. Because there's a lot of philosophies out there, a lot of great books that I read, things that I listen to that are great and they're soul food, right? Be careful with what you listen to. Because you are a daughter of the Most High King. So if his calling is not aligned with your flesh and what you think is right, tap into him and ask him, Lord, is this right? Because I couldn't have orchestrated this. This is something I would have dreamed up, right? I would have dreamed up something like this. But for years, I've been in business. I've been doing a lot of different things, and the Lord has blessed it. And then it came to a time last year where God said, give me your business, girl. Oh, I like that extra cash flow. No. My ego loves this. And God's like, you told me you're ready. You told me you're ready to walk on those waters. You told me you're ready for the big stuff. So I need you to die to your flesh. That's what I mean. And I don't think I was ready for what he was going to ask me to do. Right? And so when I gave up that and my business partners, and I had to walk away from something. Hold on, I think an extension. Hold up. We good. Hold up. No, hold on. You guys, these are extensions, so we cool.
whenever I get complimented, girl, your hair's so nice. I'm like, it ain't mine. You can buy it too. Just let me know. But really, like I want to sit at the feet of Jesus. I want to do the big things, but God's like, okay, well, you got to give me all this and all the business and all that. You got to give it to me. And so I sat there for like months, and God's like, don't move. I'm an activator. Like I activate. Since I was birthed, I activated. You guys, I was like in junior high, president of the Christian club. Let's start it. High school, president of the Christian club. I got into a new high school, and we had to start everything from ground up. I was thriving. And my girls here know. Janae and Ashley, we had to start like, oh, we're cheerleaders. We just got on the cheer squad. They're like, you gotta, like, what cheers are you gonna do? What do you mean? There's no like juniors and seniors to teach us. You guys, we had to make up the cheers. Like it was crazy. But God at that time, I know, was planting seeds in me. Like, girl, you're an activator. This is why I have you here. Right? And then after I graduate, Water of Life, I get a call from Shane, Pastor Shane, and he's like, hey, Linz, and I've known him since little girl. He's like, hey, so I'm going to start this new thing called Pure, and it's for young adults, and I need you part of like the activation, right? Like, God, I'm kind of tired of activating. Okay, you got it. We activated a young adults group. I worked at the church for a few years. Amazing stuff. Worked for a nonprofit with sex trafficking, ground up. I've never stepped into something that's like, here, Linz, here you go. The foster youth program, president of the college. Hey, Linz, so I know you didn't interview for this position, but we're going to ask you to develop a program for foster youth. It's a demographic you've never worked with. Okay. But that's where I have to lean in. Okay, God, you're asking me to activate. You're asking me to do something bigger than myself. But I've walked a few paths on my own because I know I'm an activator. So, dude, I could do this business thing. Oh, I could juggle that ball all day. And it's cute until God says, I've never called you to do that. And that's hard. And so I tell you guys to be careful. You're a daughter of the Most High King, who is God. Or maybe you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. He's going to let you know. But if you don't show up, you're going to keep walking that line. And let me tell you, it's not good. It's not good. I remember reading Elizabeth Gilbert. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I know, you guys, she's a lesbian author. I get it. If you know her. I read all types of genres, even if they're not Christian. Cool? Yeah, we all should. So Elizabeth Gilbert is awesome. She's writing about fear. And we live in a culture that's like, be fearless. Have no fear. And it's such BS. I cringe when I hear that. Because yes, God is not the author of confusion. He does not want us to live in fear. Some of us live in fear and it paralyzes us. And some of us are going reckless because there's no fear or reverence for God. So we need that healthy fear. What is that? God, that's like complex right there. How do you dance to that? I don't know. You have to find out. So the fear, she explains, someone's driving a car. You're on a journey, you're driving a car. Some of you have fear in the front seat driving the car. And everything you do, you're fearful of doing. That fear should never be in the front seat. Some of you don't even have fear along the ride with you. And that's scary because you need it. Fear should not be in charge of your music, in charge of the map. It should probably be in the back seat, but it should be there. And why? Fear is what helps us when we go into the ocean and you see that there's a monsoon coming or a huge wave. Run to shore because you don't want to die. Ask God, what is the fear you want? I need to be in reverence. I need to be God-fearing, that may I never get off this path that you've called me to do, because I want all of your glory. I want everything you have for me. And having that reverence. So who is God? We're going to go to Matthew, and we're going to go there, and we're going to read. We're actually going to read it. So we're going to go there right now, and we're going to read a little passage. Okay? Matthew 20, and we're just going to do 1 through 16, and I'm